Hey guys, so I have a Fanatec shifter here. It's their H pattern sequential shifter, and I've been having the problem that shows up on a lot of forums and YouTube videos where anytime you shift into third, it registers as reverse. So it's not very cool when that happens, especially during a community race. I spin out and wreck everybody, right? So not cool. I heard a lot of issues with this. A lot of people sending their shifters back to Fanatec. But I wanted to see if I could try to fix it myself. I have a guide by a guy named Too Old for Forza on YouTube. I'll link to his YouTube channel. He pretty much takes it apart and uses electrical tape to kind of prevent some of the boards and sensors from grounding out. So we'll see how that goes. I have this little foam mat so that I could lay the top on top of here without having to pull some of the wires off. And we'll use an Allen wrench to take off the top here. So let's go ahead and get started. Take the top off, gently lay it down. So this is wire right here. It's pretty tight, so we'll thread it through there. Here's the board that's in question. This little guy right here, it actually rides on the shifter, so if you move the shifter, the board moves around. So we'll put it in the up position, which is I think right now in third gear, so that I have access to this board. Small Allen wrench, take the board off, we'll unplug it so that way we don't damage any wires. This is the board we just pulled out, and there is a piece missing from the back. So now we are shorting out on this exposed piece of copper, and that's probably causing our signal issues. My hope is it didn't damage it too much, so hopefully this is something that's salvageable. If not, then time to buy a new shifter or send it to Fanatec and be like, hey, the only issue is if I get another one, will it do the same thing, right? So our fix is to put some electrical tape on here, so let's go ahead and do that. Looks like most of the damage is in the middle, so we'll focus on the middle, right? A little bit hanging over the edge, just to give it a little bit extra protection. Now you will block the screw holes, but I'll show you how to get around that. I cut the edges a little bit. Don't want to cut it too close to the board and potentially damage the board myself. All right, so we'll try that. We'll see how long this lasts. You know, the tape has not an infinite life, but I guess it's better than just rubbing on the back of the board. I'm gonna put the bolts through. The tape kind of holds the bolts in place. You don't want to damage the thread, so you gotta be careful. So we're gonna go ahead and put it in. When you plug it back in, and if it doesn't work, then I'm screwed. I'll go ahead and check all the connectors, make sure they're all seated well. This is kind of moving around, but hopefully that's not it. All right, so we'll turn this guy back around. So we put the top back on, and now we'll just tighten it down. All right, so now we'll recalibrate it and give it a shot and try it out. Let me open the Fanatec software. I'll do H pattern calibration, set neutral, reverse gear set, first gear set, second gear set, third gear set, fourth gear set, fifth gear set, sixth gear set. Finally, seventh gear, you have to push down, go to seventh gear. All right, so we just recalibrate it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 so far. looks like we are back in business. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go to the third. Third. What I was doing before was every time I went into third, it would go into either reverse or 7th. So this is a good sign. Third, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My first gear worked okay. Second gear worked okay. Going to third would go in reverse. There it is. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So it looks like this works. This fix works. We'll see how long it lasts before it rubs through the electrical tape again. It looks like the board might be a little too close to the magnet, so maybe little washers to push the board up a little, and the electrical tape. Maybe it might not be as accurate anymore because you're the Hall effect sensor, the magnetic field, you're moving the sensor a little bit away from the magnetic field, so it might not be as like the ideal distance, but at least we won't be rubbing through whatever material they have on the back. And it doesn't feel squishy. It doesn't feel like I could feel the electrical tape, but somehow I was rubbing through there. So no more shorting. It feels good. So yeah, that's how you fix a Fanatec shifter. Whenever it's an H pattern, sometimes it'll go into, when you go into third or any of these other gears, it might go into reverse or sometimes 7th gear. That's because the side-to-side Hall effect sensor is not registering. So the up and down works fine, but the side-to-side doesn't work, and that's what's happening. It thinks you're when you're shifting to third, it's either seeing it as reverse or 7th. So thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.